Hello everyone, my name is Nico Alexopoulos. I am the coaching director for the International Goalkeepers Academy just for keepers here in New Jersey, and this is another edition of tips on how to become a better goalkeeper. Today's subject is top 10 reasons why goalkeepers fail to get recognized at a college ID showcase. At least these are my top 10 reasons. But before I begin on the presentation, just wanted to quickly address who Just for Keepers are and what we do. I have been a goalkeeping coach now for, I cannot even remember, probably in excess of 15 years since I stopped playing. One of the reasons why I partner up with Just for Keepers was because of the abundance of information and opportunities that they can provide a young goalkeeper at pretty much anywhere in the world. So if you go to justforkeepers.net, you can just basically see all the countries that Just for Keepers have training schools. Pretty much anywhere from the United States, Canada, Sweden. I mean, you can just go on and read. And if you actually go to justforkeepers.com, let me just backpedal over here. Okay, if you go to justforkeepers.com, you can actually see the states that there's goalkeeping schools in, and hopefully there's one near you where you can possibly get a free training session and see what we're all about. Not saying this as a promotion for Just for Keepers. I just wanted to let you guys know why we do what we do, and that we come from a place of extreme experience. I don't even know what the number is. I mean, the number is constantly changing. I don't even know how many thousands of goalkeepers have been training with us. Like I said, there's a lot of goalkeepers that are starting at the grassroots level, trained through their young ages, high school, college, eventually find themselves with a professional contract throughout the world. Ray Newland, who's the who's the owner of Just for Keepers, played for Everton in the Premiership. He basically alone can bring you so many opportunities with these goalkeeping contacts that he has worldwide. And as far as myself being a college goalkeeping coach and other goalkeeping coaches that are in the National Academy, we all pool in our resources, and basically every time there is a quality goalkeeper, we all and looking to showcase themselves, we always pull in and try to get that goalkeeper achieve his dream of possibly playing at a college level, or even at a professional level, or maybe even they would like to coach and move on to coaching. So that opportunity is there as well. So let's just jump in. My personal top 10 reasons why goalkeepers fail to get recognized at a college goalkeeper ID showcase. I'm gonna, if you have already started reading them, I'm gonna address each one of them, and then I'm going to take you over to see a video, one of the ID camps that we do at Widener University, where I coach, and kind of show you what I'm talking about with this particular points. And finally, show you quick clips of one of the J4K goalkeepers and see how all this kind of bind together. So I do hope you stick around. It shouldn't be more than, I don't know, 20 minutes or so of presentation, but hopefully it can help your young goalkeeper or your teenage goalkeeper on their way to a college career and furthermore. So let's go from number one. Before you guys jump into this thing, I always say diving is not enough, and unfortunately most goalkeepers, they love to dive. I always say that diving is a last resort. If you constantly are diving, although the fans, mom and dad, are very happy and they're ecstatic of how great you're doing and you're making saves and all this good stuff, my theory is that if you're diving, you're basically always out of position. You should not have to dive. If you watch professional goalkeepers, they do not always dive. That's a last resort. Being athletic. The misconception here in the U.S. is that if you're tall enough and you're athletic, you got it going on and you're a great goalkeeper. Being athletic is not enough. So My number one reason why goalkeepers fail to be recognized for a college ID showcase is their poor catching skills. Slapping the ball down or always deflecting the ball away. And I've noticed that more and more lately. High school goalkeepers are coming to camps, or when I go to ID goalkeeping, or should I say college goalkeeping tournaments, and I speak to them, they claim that their coaches basically tell them to just, push the ball away. Don't try to catch it, just push it away. Here's a problem that I have with that, and I think that's one of the reasons why most college goalkeeping bound players will not have poor catching skills. Every time you don't catch the ball, every time you slap the ball down into the field, or you deflecting it and you deflecting it maybe back into the field, you're extending the play. You're giving the other team, the attackers, an opportunity for a rebound. So I always make sure that my goalkeepers have good catching skills. They can catch the ball, secure the ball at a high percentage, secure the ball as much as possible, and do not give up second chances. That's one of my pet peeves. So it's very important that you have good catching skills. Do not slap the ball down. I notice a lot of goalkeepers that take shots and they slap the ball down and then they smother it. And I've been told that their coaches tell them that. And the last is deflecting the ball, parrying the ball. A lot of goalkeepers do not know how to deflect the ball. They deflect the ball right back into play, where the striker can just get a cheap goal. Secondly, goalkeepers are afraid of high balls. A lot of goalkeepers are afraid of coming out. They're afraid of the contact. They're afraid of misjudging it, the timing. And guess what? That's a big, big, big issue, because in college, there's a lot of high balls. There's a lot of crosses. So if you are not good, or if you're afraid of high balls, that's something that needs to be practiced before even going to a college ID tournament or showcase, or even college ID clinic. Next is not being confident in coming off a goal line. Once again, the college game in the US is extremely fast. A goalkeeper must be explosive coming off his or her goal line, being able to shorten the field between their defensive line and themselves, acting as a sweeper. That's where the term has come from Europe, sweeper-keeper. Most goalkeepers from Europe are known as sweeper-keepers. You always want to cut the line between your last line of defense, your defenders, and yourself. So coming off your line at the right time with explosiveness is a big part of goalkeeping. Next one is bad goal kicks and punts. A lot of times you see goalkeepers that hardly ever practice their kicks or their punts. And that's one of the tools that a goalkeeper needs to put the ball in play. I don't know why my earbuds are not staying put today. But you have to have accurate goal kicks as well as accurate punts. The distance, the height of the ball, and the weight of the ball. When I say height, a goalkeeper needs to kick the ball differently when it's windy outside or if it's sunny. Differently if it's raining, okay, or muddy. You can't just kick the ball the same way. If it's windy outside and the goalkeeper is kicking the ball always high, the ball is going to get caught in the wind and it becomes more difficult for his teammates to control the ball. So practicing goal kicks and punts is very important. Next one is not understanding how to position themselves. Goalkeepers do not take the time to learn how to shuffle, how to move inside the 18-yard box. Basically, you need to own the 18-yard box. You need to know that's your space. You need to know where to position in front of the goal, where to position when the ball is being played out of the back, when we have the ball, when you offering support to your teammates. When you distribute the ball, are you going to go and support your teammate? When we are being attacked, where are you going to position yourself? Where is the ball? Where are the defenders? Where is the space? All that good stuff. Also, which is kind of give away the next one, is not understanding how to position their defense. Okay, they must learn how to properly position their fullbacks, their center backs, their wing backs. They need to be able to pass on information to those players in front of them, how to quickly mark, how to quickly shift, how to quickly transition from defense to offense or from offense to defense. If you can learn how to position your defense quickly and efficiently at the right times, your job as a goalkeeper becomes extremely more easier, right? Oh boy, that was bad English, but you understand what I'm saying. So that's another important key element that a lot of goalkeepers have never been taught. They never be taught unless they go into a higher level of goalkeeping school. And when it comes to, you know, a college showcase, it does show. Next one is not understanding angle cutting. Angle cutting basically is a goalkeeper trying to make the goal much smaller than it really is. In other words, if you sit on your goal line and the striker is right in front of you, he can see the entire goal. If you come out and get yourself big, which means get your hands out and get yourself as big as possible, try to occupy as much space as possible, that view that the striker has of the goal gets smaller. So that is angle cutting. Know where and when to position and how to cut the angles to make the goal look as small as possible for the striker. My last two is having a fragile state of mind, goalkeepers that get scored on and completely fall apart. Okay, goalkeepers that make a bad play and completely fall apart. Goalkeepers that, you know, make a mistake and they might have a verbal, you know, issue with one of their defenders and they completely fall apart. And the last one is a goalkeeper who's extremely overconfident and cannot back it up. Don't get me wrong now. I like confidence. I love confident goalkeepers. In fact, that's one of my requirements. I need the goalkeeper to be confident because he or she are the last person to defend and the first person to attack. He or she can see the whole field. They can read the whole game. So having the confidence to be the general out there is very important. However, there's a fine line between being confident and overconfident. Blaming every mistake on the defenders. Blaming everybody else except taking responsibility for your own mistakes. Thinking that you're way better than you really are. That's a buzzkill for me, and that's probably one of my top. It's my top reason basically for not being high on a goalkeeper. I can work with everything else. We can work on the poor goalkeeping skills. We can work on high balls and getting better at goal kicks and punts and learning how to position the goalkeepers and learning how to, you know, read the game and learning how to position the defense and the communicating skills and cutting the angles. We can work on all these things. But if a goalkeeper is extremely overconfident to a point of being a cocky goalkeeper and constantly ignores what a coach tells them, who that coach may have played at a high level, thinking because I'm 18, 19 years old and I know better. You as a coach, you know, are out of your age. In other words, you've played and when you played, things were different. Now things are much different, you know, at my age. Always buttling, thinking that they know better than the goalkeeper. That is a buzzkill for me. That's where he becomes, is a goalkeeper coachable? Is a goalkeeper willing to learn and own up to his or her mistakes and get better? So these are the top 10 reasons why goalkeepers fail to get recognized at a college ID showcase, in my opinion. Now, I'm going to quickly pull up a screen here, and just if you guys go into YouTube, I got if you can go on our channel, by the way, which is Just for Keepers New Jersey. Here's I'm just going to go real quickly through this. This one of the college ID camps that we do throughout the year, looking for goalkeepers, and I'm just going to fast forward for this just to show a couple things. So these 5 goalkeepers are basically being ID'd. They're looking to get a roster spot in our college team, and we put them through the paces. I've shut down the volume, by the way, and the first thing that we're looking for is their footwork. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Okay, maybe for you guys. So if you watch them, and I'm just going to let everybody go, if you watched all 5 of them, they just don't seem to be as comfortable with their feet as I would like them to be. I don't see that oomph. I don't see that confidence in receiving the ball. Maybe they're nervous. It's the first activity of the ID session, so we will take that into consideration. What happened? We'll take that into consideration, and of course we're going to look for how their footwork skills during the later on in the day during the scrimmages. Okay, so that's something that I always look for. You cannot go from point A to point B if your foot skills are not good enough. So basically, a goalkeeper has to be twice as good. They have to be really good with their footwork, with their skills, being able to touch the ball, being able to go from point A to point B across the goal mouth, and of course, having quality hand skills, being able to touch, handle the ball. So now the next one now is we're asking them now to bring the ball from one side of their body to the other to see how well they're doing and pass the ball back. But don't forget, when you get past the ball back, you can't always pass the ball to the same player. That means you have to change from one foot to the other, possibly, turn your body and go the opposite, change the point of attack, go to the opposite side. So again, as you can see, they don't seem to be that confident on the ball skills. Again, these are just my opinions and my observations. A lot of coaches will oversee that. I am very big on having foot skills. I basically consider my goalkeepers one of the stars of the game. They got to be able to. It's a field player. They have to be able to support my defense. So let's move forward a little bit. Let's see. Get to the catching. We're doing a bunch of variations. Okay, so now they're working on basically smothering the ball, proper technique, and if you watch them a little bit, falling on the wrong side sometimes, waiting for the ball to come to them. My preference is when my goalkeepers are basically aggressive and they go to meet the ball. Why? Because a striker can be chasing the ball. So by waiting to come to the ball, I'm waiting for the ball to come to them, that split second, they can beat by the striker. So I like to have him seen going towards the ball. So now we're going to, catching the ball. Once again, I'm looking for body shape, confident body shape, not leaning back, catching the ball with confidence, not slapping the ball on the ground. All that good stuff, impresses me. Once again, you can catch the ball all you want. I want a goalkeeper that has the confidence, and it just shows. The body shape, the posture, the way they approach the ball, the way they set themselves shows me confidence. Are they on their heels when they're catching the ball? Are they flat-footed when they're catching the ball? Can they quickly adjust to the kick? If it's a bad kick, can they quickly adjust to the ball? If they're waiting for the ball in the middle and the ball goes slide to the right or the left, are they on their toes and can they quickly get their bodies behind the ball? All that good stuff. So this is going okay, I guess. Again, I'm not too high on any of them, to be honest with you, as far as body shape and confidence and blowing me out. Wow, this keeper is fantastic. Let's see what happens later on. So once again, if you guys see, they are handling the ball, but everything is footwork. They're always using their feet. They're always moving their feet. We're always asking them to incorporate footwork into their catching. Feet and hands have to be moved at the same time. It's very important for me. All right, let's see. High balls. Okay, here we go. High balls. Are they timing the ball? Oh, the one in the blue did a pretty nice high ball catch. Are they timing the ball? Are they catching the ball at the highest point? At the highest, safest point. Very important that. As goalkeepers, you have the advantage on high balls to be able to use your hands. So if a striker goes up with their head for a head ball, well, guess what? You extending your hands gives you an advantage. However, it has to be timed correctly. And you need to catch the ball at the highest possible, safest point. This way, you don't give away your advantage. If you let the ball drop below the highest, safest point, now the striker has the opportunity to have the ball, beat you, and score on you. Okay? So that was the quick high balls. Let's just move forward. Now we're doing collapse dives. Again, you guys can see footwork is a must on everything. So how are they collapsing? Are they catching the ball? Are they dropping it? Are they moving slightly forward? Are they leading with one foot? Are their eyes on the ball? Do they have their hands under the ball? We want the ball to have the ground under it. So for you guys, parents, understand the position. When you collapse dive and you have your hand under the ball, you can create a impact and a goalkeeper can lose possession of the ball, can just fall out of their hands. By having they catch the ball, as they catch the ball and they're turning, the ball hits the ground. Now the ground acts as a third hand. So you have the ground, you have a hand behind the ball, and a hand over the ball. So guess what? Now we have three hands on the ball, a lot more secure. If a striker comes in trying to smack the ball away, we're solid behind the ball. Again, body shape. If you notice, these guys are rolling on their backs a little bit. You know, not the greatest, crispest, cleanest technique. Okay, so now they're going to go get some water. Once again, we're working on technique. Now we're combining things. We're combining a catch, how clean they're going to catch. As you guys see now, the catches are getting harder. So now they're dropping. So the technique that I mentioned initially just not there. Okay, so catch the ball properly. Now she caught the ball, but as you see, her hands went to the side because the volley went to the side. Instead of moving her body behind the ball, she kind of moved her hands to the side. She reached for the ball, which, by the way, could cause the ball to go in the goal if she doesn't properly catch it. Once again, you guys see a lot of drops. A lot of shots are being dropped. High balls now. So catch goes to the high ball. Are they catching the ball at the highest point? Another drop. So almost every shot that I'm firing at them right now, they're dropping it because the shot is a bit harder. And believe me, the shots in the game are a lot harder than I'm shooting the ball right now. Okay, let's see. Not bad. She hardly got off her feet. That's another thing that female goalkeepers have to adjust in college. You got to be able to get off the ground. You got to be able to go catch the ball at the highest point. This particular goalkeeper is pretty athletically gifted. Nice catching on, but then again, she went to do the smothering. She dropped the ball. Once again, kick, drop the ball. Every time you drop the ball is equal to a second opportunity for a rebound and a cheap goal. So as you just watched, we went from catching the ball, we increased the pace of the ball a little bit, and all of a sudden now they started dropping the balls. Next one, let's see if I want to keep it or just want to move forward. It's just another variation, which again includes, you know, moving their feet a little bit and combining the different catches, different saves. All right. So it's kind of the same. I don't want to bore you guys. Let's see if I want to move a little bit forward to the next one. And by the way, if you come to our YouTube channel, you guys will see here there's a lot of videos, training videos, opinion videos, and whatnot. So now this one, I want to fast forward, and we'll go over to some shot taking, positioning. Let me just forward a little bit more. Bear with me. Okay. Did I miss the... All right, well, let's address this. Okay, so here we go now with punts and kicks. Once again, you're going to be required and you're going to be asked to perform these tasks. Tasks, you know, goalkeeping tasks that are necessary. Punts and goal kicks. We've got to be able to get the ball with pace and accuracy. Pace and accuracy. Pace and accuracy. All three of these kicks were very high and completely inaccurate. Very high, completely inaccurate. And in all fairness, again, I don't know if these goalkeepers have had any training or not, but I do know that a lot of high schools just don't provide goalkeeping training. And even the head coaches, they're just teachers with, you know, somewhat experience at coaching. Some may have a, you know, very good experience at coaching, but I know, and I don't mean any disrespect, but a lot of goalkeeping coaches, I'm sorry, a lot of high school coaches, they're just not the best qualified coaches. They just do it for, you know, the extra income. I'm sorry if I offend anybody, but it's the truth. There are goalkeepers, I'm sure there are high school coaches that are fantastic coaches, but for the most part, it's just an activity after school. The teachers pick up some extra, you know, cash, and although they love the sport, I don't think they're the greatest qualified to coach. So the goalkeepers don't get a lot of training, if any at all, and any mistake that they make, they are never being taught how to correct it, unless they go to a goalkeeping training school. And here they are, you know, going through the high school years. Before you know it, we are, you know, senior, okay? And we're getting ready to go to college ID showcases or why not. And for the most part, we're not ready, okay? You also, I'm not saying that this is a, you know, an across the board. I mean, there are a lot of goalkeepers that are quality goalkeepers that have, you know, regular year-round training, and you can see the difference. So now in this next activity, we're just going to do some shooting, okay? Now, we're asking them to basically come out, receive the ball, change the point of attack, kind of pass it across, and have a shot, okay? Very sloppy on the first one. Let's see how the next keeper does. Again, I'm not feeling the posture. I'm not feeling the urgency. I'm not feeling, you know, that these guys, man, they came there to impress me. They want to be my goalkeeper. Not feeling it. Okay, let's see how the next one does. So he comes out asking for the ball. Reaches for the ball instead of getting her body behind the ball. Passing, I mean, by the time, if it was an active game, the striker could have possibly closed down the defender by the time she got the ball, and it could have resulted in, you know, in a turnover and possibly a goal being scored. So once again, ball gets played. This goalkeeper was not ready to receive it. He kind of misses it out, gets the ball. Pass is weak. Positioning, it was a bad shot. Yeah, this one's a little bit better. This one. This goalkeeper is fairly athletic. By the way, that's me trying to give coaching points. Okay, so what I'm trying to explain to them is when you receive the ball, take a touch and then basically drive the ball to the other side. Okay, because all their passes are just very, very weak. So I was trying to make the point, hey, listen, guys, coming across, take a touch towards the direction you're going, and then basically, you know, pass the ball with pace, get the ball there with pace. Okay? Let's just move forward. I want to see this. Okay, so let's see how this goalkeeper does. I haven't seen this video in a while. All right, so she goes on the ball. Again, you know, weak pass. Weak pass. Catches the ball. Not bad. The reason why she got beat, it was because her positioning. She was too far to the left, and the ball went to her the right side, or vice versa. She was too much to the right, and the ball was placed on her left side. Once again, touch is okay. Our player missed the ball. The goalkeeper mishandles the ball. Ball bounces back. Another chance for a rebound. Second opportunity, and gets what? Could get scored on. So the footwork, I'm just not feeling it from any of the goalkeepers. Gets scored, quickly up. Takes too long to get up. Gets scored again. Positioning. Going down, being able to recover and get up quick for the second shot. Let's see this goalkeeper. Nice save. Good touch. Parrying the ball away, but it went to the goal. Again, to try to parry it away and went to the goal. So you guys get the idea, okay? So again, this is one of a session that we did for college IDing. I'm not going to tell you that I was overly impressed, because I was not. Let's just go now to a profile from a goalkeeping session for one of the goalkeepers that actually a bunch of goalkeepers, but one goalkeeper in particular that works with J4K. Actually, before the video starts, if you guys can see this is exactly what we're talking about before. Look, he jumps, and he, instead of parrying the ball away, okay, instead of parrying the ball away, he actually catches the ball and lands. Boom. Okay, watch, their catches are solid. So they're working not on just diving everywhere. Look at their catches; they're solid. They're going to the ball, and it's not because they're boys. It has nothing to do with that, because we also have girls. Just happened to pull this video up. Their body shape, their demeanor, their attitude shows that they want to go after the ball with confidence, with authority, with they demand to catch the ball. Okay, nice touch over the goalpost. Okay, boom, they're catching the ball. Okay. I don't know if you guys can notice their body shape, their demeanor. Without even catching the ball, I can tell that these guys are there to train. They're there to impress. They're there to, possess the ball with their hands or with their feet. Nice catch. Catching the ball, securing the ball, to me is extremely important, because I do not want to give up a second opportunity at the other team or the strikers to win the ball. And by the way, I demand that my goalkeepers, okay, communicate with the defenders, which as a head coach, because I also coach teams, as a head coach, I demand that my defenders do everything possible not to give up cheap throw-ins in our defensive third. If they can pass the ball back to the goalkeeper and avoid kicking the ball outside on our defensive third, giving up a throw-in, or just, completely just coming in, just kicking the ball out when they don't have to, I demand that they get really good at recognizing those situations. I do not like to give throw-ins and, most important, corner kicks. To me, that's extending the play. To me, that's a second opportunity for the other team to get a chance or a goal. So I do not like to give up throw-ins or corner kicks. It bothers me. That's a second opportunity on the other team to score on us. So I make sure that I teach that mentality to my goalkeepers as well as my team. Secure the ball as often as you can, as quickly as you can. Do not give up second or third opportunities for a goal scoring opportunity. Okay, so don't know. I think I might have went over the 20-minute mark, but once again, these are the top 10 reasons why goalkeepers fail to get recognized at a college ID showcase or a tournament. These are just my opinion, but I think you'll find a lot of the goalkeeper coaches have the same ones, maybe not the same order, but more or less the same ones. I hope this video has been helpful to you. I look for you guys on the fields with a great goalkeeping performance. Possibly come and train with us. Just for Keepers NJ. JustForKeepersNJ.com is our website. If you guys would like to have an evaluation, please email us. If you are a college-bound goalkeeper that is looking for a trial, please contact me. We're more than happy to take a look at you. Till the next time I see you on the pitch, have a good one.